Today we're going to go over agent skills, the secret that turned ordinary bots into autonomous experts in 2026. So it is a new concept that is being used everywhere, and if you're following things up, you've seen something about it, and you know that some agents use like CloudBot and Claude Code. So what they are? They are markdown files that extend Claude's and any other agent capabilities with custom instructions, scripts, and domain-specific knowledge. So it's basically like a mixture of a prompt and a MCP. So it can basically serve as a prompt and give tools to the AI to do specific things, like API connections and things like that. And it is constructed by a YAML part that tells the AI when to trigger and what the skill is about, and a markdown content that are the instructions that the AI needs to follow when the skill is activated. So without skills, every agent interaction starts from scratch. And here are some examples of skills. So here is the YAML part. There is name, code review, and description. Review code for security issues and best practices. And then the markdown part that says when reviewing code, check for SQL injections and hardcore credentials. So when you pass a test for AI that has anything about reviewing a code, it automatically checks for all these things. So you don't have to manually ask it for checking SQL injection, hardcore credentials. You don't need to ask that specifically. You already triggered the skill and it checks this automatically. And also another example here is API conventions. So whenever the AI is building API, it will use this set of conventions. So also very good for consistency on your projects for the long term and working with teams. And where do these skills live? The file path determines the scope where the skill is available, the first part, and the standard is one set of skills per project. They are typically stored in a GitHub repo. So you can have personal skills that works on all your projects. So, and they usually are stored in your profile folder. So if you go to Windows, users, your profile, there's going to be this .claude or .agent folder that has all the skills that are accessible for your user. And there is project specific skills that are only for projects. For example, if you download the Remotion with AI, it comes with a lot of skills. And this is very project specific. They are in the GitHub and everything. And enterprise that has many settings, and it is more for a team building project that in that project everyone that is using has to this set of skills and patterns. So here we have an example, my skill.md. We can also have scripts, so validate.py, that is a deterministic script that AI will uh, use during the skill. And templates, you can also have templates. And there are some advanced patterns that you can use this, so it isn't just a prompt. You can use this for script execution, dynamic content injection, and running skills in isolated sub-agents. So you can have sub-agents executing skills while the main agent do other things. So as an example here, script injection is this create pull request skill right here. So it creates a pull request with our standard template, and the standard template is stored here, and it runs the validation using this script validate.py. So you always use the validate.py and then fill the template. And just like a tool, basically. And also this is the dynamic context injection example. So summarize a pull request and it will run this bash command on our terminal to get the comments and then summarize the pull request. So it has dynamic content for generating things. And the advantages of using skills are reduced context token usage compared to MCP and tools, because when you're using skills, the only thing that the AI sees is this name, description, allow tools, or name, description. So it doesn't see everything if it isn't loaded. So, and when you're using MCP, the AI sees everything, every tool in the MCP, everything the MCP is for. So it consumes a lot of tokens, and using skills you use less tokens. So it is a great use. Consistent results for the same tasks. So this is basically prompt engineering and standardization, and standardized workflows and fewer hallucinations. So yeah, now we're gonna test some skills and see how they work in the on real examples. Here we have some skills created by Vercel. So if we come here, we can see composition patterns, React best practices, React native skills, web design guidelines. So if we look this up, so web design guidelines is just a skill.md, and the YAML part creates the description here, review UI code, and when asked, review my UI, check accessibility, audit design, review UX, check my site against best practices. So this is the when the AI is going to use it, and the skill itself is actually not that big, but review files call compliance, and okay, so it is going to fetch this guideline that is updated automatically, I think, or they update it. So this is what the skill actually does. So when it runs this, it will get this data right here. So rules for accessibility, rules for focus states, rules for forms, rules for animation, typography, content handling, images, performance. So there's a lot of things here. So it is a bit bigger than it says right here, but it's fine. So you can see this is actually some context injection. And another example, actually, we're going to install this just to install this Vercel agent skills. We just need to copy this, and we're gonna go over first for the next agent skills. We also have this website called Agent Skills that teach how to create skills, how they work, some examples, how to integrate them, and everything. It's very interesting for if you want to build skills yourself. And of course, OpenCode has a tutorial on it too. You can learn how to set up skills here for your OpenCode, because this is basically for free OpenCode. You can use currently KimK 2.5 for free, and it is a pretty good agent. So yeah, and also Claude Hub. Claude Hub is basically the skills hub for OpenClaw, and there are a lot of let's see, installs, downloads, skills right here. So to do tracker, crawland, Cloudflare 2. Let me actually filter for installs. Let me refresh this really quick. Downloads. So Telegram bot. So it's basically MCP that uses Telegram bot API integration. So yeah, Zoho books, everything. And if we come here to anti-gravity, we're going to test this into Codex, OpenCode, and Claude Code. So the first thing you're going to do is use this npx skills at Vercel Labs. And this is going to ask you which skills you want to install. So we're going to install web design guidelines that we just looked at. It's going to ask us which which software we're using. So we actually don't have open code here, but we can just choose anti-gravity. It basically just changes the .agent, .cloud, .skills and everything. So let's choose anti-gravity and project and symlink, and it's going to install it right here on this folder. So you can see right here, agent and web design guidelines, and you can see this here right here that we just saw in the GitHub. Oops. Okay, the next one we're gonna test is Claude Code. So if you're using Claude Code, you can use manage plugins right here, and you're gonna see that there are a lot of plugins. One recommendation that you have to be aware of is that you have to double check the content of the skill, because sometimes it could have some malicious software, like it can tell your agent to send information somewhere or expose your .env file, something like that, and this is not desirable. So you ideally you should see if the skill is okay, if it is trusted. Like right here, you have a marketplace for cloud skills, so it is pretty safe. So let's enable this front end. Okay, so it is saying that it is project scope, so let's remove this and let's install it again. Can I remove it? Okay, so let's add a something like can add anything here right here. So let's add superpowers, and this is going to ask you install for you. So all your projects share with all collaborators and install locally. So let's install locally, and it asks for restarting Claude. So let's restart it. And if we look this right here, we can see that Claude, a new folder, Claude enable plugin, and the superpower plugin. Okay, so it is right here. And so if we ask for open code, it will say that it doesn't have the skill for web design guideline that we just installed, and it is because the folder needs to be open code right here, and it is currently agents. So agents is for anti-gravity. So if we just change this to open code, it will work. So let's terminate this process and start a new one. And then we can see web design guidelines skill. So it already has access to this skill. And when using Codex, it is pretty straightforward. Also, you can do slash skills and then list skills, and you have all the skills right here. So we also have a skill creator and a find skills. So we can try to find skills with, I don't know, something related to writing, and it's gonna search the OpenAI discovery. So the command that runs is npx skills find writing. Oops. It's going to list all these skills and ask which one you want to install it. So marketing skills, copywriting, writing plans, writing skills, uh, post more writing, Anthropic, Cloud Code, writing hookify rules. So ideally you want to check this. So let's just check. So we just found it. Just Google it and you can find the skill. And the skill is this one. It seems to be a pretty safe GitHub repo. 7K stars. Marketing skills, you have a lot of skills right here. So this is actually pretty nice. So let's add this one. So let's just say this one, and then it's going to add. So the only thing about this kind of skills that Codex use, it actually saves in the .agents folder. So you can see right here, copywriting that I just installed. And it also has some references that we talked about. So yeah, and it will be available for Codex anywhere. So if you want to, example, you want this skill to be used by Claude, you can just copy this and create the folder skills right here, and then paste it. So now Claude can access this skill. Let's just ask him, do you have access to copywriting skill? So it should have access, and probably you need to another to restart it. So let's, nope, it didn't show up. It is in this project folder .claude. And to use it, you just need to ask something similar to this. So let's go to my website, stractusai.com, and create a better version and improve copywriting using the copywriting skill. Found it, so let's just restart Claude. Okay, so it just I probably just need to restart the agent, and it is right here, copywriting skill. And if we look up this, what Codex did, oh, it is kind of bugged, but I'm gonna ask. It actually has a few questions for me, so let's just answer that. Okay, so Claude just loads the copywriting skill, and I've just answered the questions for Codex, and it's going to create a file called copywriting draft for me, so I can improve my copywriting of my website. So yeah, this is how you use skills. And if you still never used an AI agent before, this isn't just for coding. You can use for researching, for blog posting, for Instagram posting, for content in social media in general, and marketing, everything. So I highly suggest you to test this out. Today we have Codex for free, so using the top and OpenAI model for any task you want for free. And OpenCode also has some great models for free, so like Kimi K2.5 and Minimax. So if you want to automate research, emailing, and anything like that, you can use this. So here he created the copywriting. So yeah, CDA, it also gives me alternatives for running A/B testing, and it basically made my landing page more specific. But so yeah, this is how you use skills. I hope you found it useful, and I see you guys in the next one.